Hey everybody, so I just got my Amazon order for a Bondic. What I wanted to do is I wanted to go through and show you what I ordered. I'm going to go through, open it up, show you what I came with, show you what the items are. There will be a description down below where you can buy it or buy the same thing that I bought. And really I want to try and learn how to get this to work and show you guys how to get it to work. So for example, I have a pair of headphones that busted here and something to use so I can glue my plastic, not glue, but put my plastic back together. So a lot of these items I'm hoping to use this to salvage them and sell them as a refurbished unit, or have something where instead of throwing away, I can fix it and it can become usable. So stay tuned. So before I show you exactly how I used it and how I applied it, kind of a real world scenario, I wanted to give you a little insight on what it does, how to use it, and maybe a little more explanation of what you're going to see to come here shortly. So these directions come in handy. You can also read in the description on the Amazon link down below. You can click on it, and within the description on Amazon, I'll tell you exactly what it does. So what you can do is you can repair glasses, you can insulate your wires. So if your cord frays on your cell phone chargers, you can fix them. You can fix leaks within wires. So you think about copper pipes, I wouldn't recommend it. It has a picture that says fix leaks. You can fix threading, or you can make threading on screws. So if you need some screw threading, you can do that as well. You can repair jewelry. There you go. But there's a bunch of different applications that you can use it for, and it's great for small things, plastic breaks. I used it for a pair of headphones, which you're going to see. Larger items that need larger amounts of glue might be a little harder. I didn't put that video in here. I had a big pair of headphones that I tried to glue things on. See, it's not a glue, that I tried to attach them together, and it didn't work, so I took it out. So this is the basic process, what you're going to do, and you're going to see me do it, but I'm not going to explain it as well as I'm doing it. You sand the surface, so you need that product to adhere to something. Now in my headphones I'm going to fix shortly, I did not sand it, and it still held pretty well. So it tells you to sand the surface. Then what you do is you prime it, and you fill that little, I'm going to call it glue, but the little liquid, you fill it in there, and you squirt a little on, and then there's a little light. You then shine the light on it. It says between 4 and 8 seconds, and you don't touch it, you just put it right over it, which you'll see. And then what you can do is it'll be hard enough where you can gently sand it. You can shape it. So if you had a big bulky, like a drip mark, you can sand it over and basically shape it to what you need. So if it looks a little funky, and you can also undo it and redo it again. But it's pretty strong. I did it on a pair of headphones, which you see, and they're still holding pretty well. That was last night. But that's the basic gist of what this does. And it is, I'm trying to think. So you can do a couple layers, which they recommend, but you cure each layer separately. And again, and I'll read, and you'll hear it in the video, Bondic is not a glue. It will not work like one. The surface must be rough in order for the fluid to grab onto the material when it cures. So I would recommend doing a couple layers, waiting, curing it, doing another layer, and then shaping it to how you need it. Don't get frustrated. It takes a little practice to get used to. So stay tuned. Alright, so let's see what we have. And these are my favorite boxes because I use them to resell. So the onesie-twosie order from Prime, that's awesome. I get these sweet boxes all the time. Ta-da! There it is. Alright. So here it is. Let's check it out. No idea what this is, but we will figure it out. Alright, so here's the directions. Tells you exactly what to use it for, how to use it. You could fix your charging ports, your glasses, and what happens is so the one I ordered came with 1, 2 refills, and then you get the, I'm assuming you stick your refill piece in here, right? You just stick that in. It's kind of like the holder. I don't know how this opens yet. Put your little glue pieces on this side, and your light. Watch me break it. So there it is. Okay, so there's the light. It'll hold it back and it'll come on. So that little button there, push back. There it says Bondic again. And let's figure out how to use this. Alright, so the heavy piece I couldn't get to work. Now, if you remember my snark unit, these things, the plastic piece breaks on the back here. So let's see if I can get it to work down here. Now, maybe I wasn't as generous on the first application. So I don't know if my light can get in there. Squeeze it for a little bit. Now, see, I gotta read something. And then you drop it. So what I'm going to do, see if I can and the nice thing about this is it says you can 2, 3. You can do multiple layers. You can sand it. And you can make it basically work for you. See? Does it come off of my finger? There we go. So based on that, it looks like I was able to get that to work. So I put my cap back on, and it fits in the groove. So there's a groove that has to fit right here. See, I don't know if you can see that. So put it right in there. Right, so it fits in flush. That's it, and you put it back in there. Now let's take a look at this. So that's awesome. So my snark unit that was broken, it should work fine now. and it should be repaired. So I'm going to try this and see if it works, and shouldn't break. Maybe I'll add another layer just to be safe. See, that's kind of... So this is kind of tough. I might add another layer. Yeah, see, there it goes. So it'll work, I think, if there's not a lot of pressure being applied. But once you start applying a ton of pressure, it depends on how heavy duty this will be. But in terms of keeping things together, I mean, I had to put that in a ton of times. So that looks like it's okay. Alright, so let's look at this. And I'm going to see if I can apply. And I'm going to be generous on this one. So I'm going to throw some, and what's good about this is it's clear. So I'm going to throw some in the slot here. You got to make sure it's flush now. So before I get all crazy, wipe some away. And it looks like this might discolor. So test it on a on a spot that's not as visible if you're looking to, so that, sorry, it's kind of hard to do this and film, so let's try this. Maybe I need to be more generous with the glue. So that's the other thing. They say this is not glue. You have to treat it in multiple waves. It seems to work well if you're trying to keep things together. There you go. So I just want to make sure I get it right where it says it's not glue. It's not a glue and will not work like one. The surface must be rough in order for the fluid to grab onto the material when cured. So keep in mind for this, I didn't rough it up. Maybe you might want to take a little piece of sandpaper and see if you can get it to stay. But definitely you want both hands, or, yeah, see there? No, that worked great. So what I'm going to do is, you want to be thorough. I'm going to put some on this side. And as you use this, it's going to be, you're going to understand and feel how the mechanics of the fluid's going to work. Consistency of it and how to put it in there. But I'd recommend testing on certain things. Basically all you do is shine the light on it, and it should be good. Oh yeah, look at that. And then just give it a couple more blasts of this light. Should be good to go. Now what's nice about these headphones is that they're not going to be really bent that hard or pulled or triggered in such a way that based on my last thing I was jamming something in with a lot of force. That was tough for it to stay glued. Not glued, the bad term, because they say it's not glue, but basically that's your Bondic, and it looks like it held. So, and again, what I'll probably do is I'll probably add some more here, probably add some more in here, and I'll do another layer, and I'll put another one right in there just to reinforce it a little more. But otherwise, that stuff works great. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Hopefully this can help you like it's going to help me. I could definitely see some value. It's not going to work in all applications, but it's definitely better than it just throwing something away without testing it and making sure it'll work, and maybe it'll be salvageable. If I do end up listing stuff that I have used it on, I will say refurbished, fixed. I'll add to this description how I fixed it, but definitely it's worth it. It was $27.99, and I think it's definitely going to pay for itself. So hopefully this helped. If you want to see any other detail, any other tests that I can do, if you see me unboxing, you want me to give it a shot to see if maybe it'll work for you on the same item, let me know. But thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.